Hello and welcome back to a brand new video on my special effects channel. So today I'm coming at you with another special effects look. I'm getting all my words jumbled. But yeah, today's look is going to be like a kind of burnt, like an area of burnt skin on the face. So stay tuned to see that. So I'm just starting off by applying liquid latex to the area that I want it. The liquid latex that I use is this one from Graftobian. It's just a clear liquid latex. And you've just got to wait for it to dry between each layer. So this is my second layer. I'm just going over the same shape as before. You don't want to make it too thick, but you are going to need a few layers. Just making sure that you leave them to dry in between. So I am just keeping on building up the liquid latex, and as you can see, it's kind of like making like a burn. It's like making a weird skin effect. I can't really describe it, but like a melted skin effect, that's it. So just continue to build it up, and this effect is going to become more prominent. So just keep on building it up. Okay, so this is probably like 5 layers. So now I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Like if I come a bit closer, you can just see the skin looks a bit melted. Obviously it doesn't look like skin because it's liquid latex, but what I'm going to do is I am going to pop over the top of that a tiny bit of foundation. I just want to take away the white, so I'm just going to pop over a tiny bit of foundation, and just literally the tiniest bit. I don't want it to look, I just want to take away the white. Even there can still be a little bit of white because obviously that would be like the fat, but I just don't want it to look as white as it does right now. So you can see that's just taking a tiny bit of the white away. I'm not going overboard. I don't want this to take away the look, but yeah. I also don't want to take away the shine because burnt skin is actually shiny. So yeah, that's what I've done for that bit. So now, we're gonna need to paint red, like black, purples, yellows, all them burnt skin colours. So I'm going to be using this Slim FX palette by Pam. Looks an ugly mess, I know, don't come for me. But obviously I'm going to start with red because that's the main colour. And this is a very creamy palette, so I'm going to be mixing it with some IPA. Big bowl here. And then I'm going to I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to pop on the colour. So I'm just starting by getting some red on my brush and just popping it on in patches. And then I'm just wetting my sponge with IPA. And I'm just going in and just dispersing it a bit more. I'm just going to continue to do that until I'm happy with the red. Obviously some patches can be more red than others, so you don't want it to be like an equal covering. You just want to do it until you're happy with it, really. Just want to keep building. Sorry, I'm looking over here, my mirror is literally here, maybe I'll pull it up here. You just want to keep building and building and building it up. And then we'll start to add the effects. So now that the red is on there, you might want to add a little bit of a darker colour as well. So I'm going to use this dark colour here. It's like a purpley colour because some bits of the skin are going to be like a lot more burnt than others, but I'm just doing the same. So now that I'm kind of happy with the colouring, we're going to actually start. The reason we use liquid latex, we're going to rip into the liquid latex. So you're just going to start pulling up bit of the liquid. This is so stuck to my skin. I'm just going to use my tweezers just to, there we go. Start pulling bits of the liquid latex up so your skin looks really burnt and just like it's got holes and stuff. I don't know if you can see properly in the camera, but I have just like pulled up loads of different bits just to create like loads of texture in it. So, and then where I've created holes, obviously like that's going to be where your first layer of skin, well, the layer of skin is burnt off. So you want to make these areas really red. So I'm painting now really red. This one's just a really easy one for beginners, so that's why I've decided to do this one. You could even, like, if you wanted to, pop a little bit of blood in there, which I think I will actually. But this is how it's looking at the minute. You can also add, I will show you the two extras because I'm gonna add some Vaseline into like these little hole bits, and then we'll just add like a little few dropples of blood as well. I'm gonna I keep fidgeting. I'm gonna take some Vaseline on here, and I'm just gonna add it into the holes to make these look like blisters, and you can add it just around anywhere just to make them look like. Oh, it's come off my brush. Just to make these areas look like blisters. And it just helps areas of it to look really blistery and just really burn. So right now all I'm doing is just adding like tiny little dropples of blood just around the wound. And then I just don't want it to be too much, just literally tiny little dropples. And you know what, I think I'm done. This is how the finished look looks. So, obviously this wasn't a hard one. It looks pretty gory. It doesn't look like a mega realistic, but for beginners, this is something to try, something to practice, and it does look quite sore and just like your skin is burnt. So I'm happy with how it's turned out, and I think if you're a beginner, this is something easy for you to try. So, thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.